The devastation caused by a cyclone in southeastern Africa is becoming clearer more than 5 days after a tour through this region. Tropical storm Idai brought flash flooding and ferocious winds with communications down and roads literally cut off. The number of dead and injured remains unclear. In Mozambique, at least 84 people have been confirmed dead, but the government fears that the death toll in that country could be more than 1,000. The Red Cross says Cyclone Idai damaged or destroyed 90% of buildings in the port city of Beira. Now, that city is home to 500,000 inhabitants, and in neighbouring Zimbabwe, some 300 people are dead or missing.
The survivors are digging graves for those killed by Cyclone Idai. Chimanimani has been the worst hit district in Zimbabwe. Scores of people are dead, and still many more are missing.
My mother, my father, my two younger sisters, including the one who had brought us food earlier and the one with the child, all dead.
My house was destroyed in the floods and I was buried underneath. My daughter who was in bed with me was washed away from me. A bigger flood carried me further away.
The cyclone has wreaked havoc on Zimbabwe's infrastructure, blocking the transport of much-needed help.
I'm going to see my family. I don't know how they're doing, because there is no communication, and the roads are inaccessible because of the heavy rains, and I'm not sure how I'll find my way.
The most affected areas are still cut off from the outside world. These boys were only just rescued after being trapped in their school for 2 days. 2 of their fellow pupils and a staff member had been killed after a boulder crashed through their dormitory.
The situation in Zimbabwe and Mozambique in the aftermath of Cyclone Idai that affected the 2 neighboring countries is getting desperate, particularly here in Chimanimani, where people are having to walk long distances because they've been cut out from essential services. Bridges have been washed away. Vehicles can't reach those areas where people need assistance. In this area, you can see there is mud. Cars can't pass this place. They are sticking in the mud. We have spoken to people along the way. You have Doctors Without Borders who are also trying to reach people who are affected, but they can't reach those areas because it's virtually impossible.
Let's bring in now Daisy Saitoy. She's Emergency Response Manager for Save the Children in Maputo. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. You're based there in Mozambique. What's the situation, if you could, where you are?
Well, yes, I'm based in Mozambique, in Maputo. The situation is very critical. From yesterday, we had the president's statement. He did a kind of assessment, and he came out with 84 people dead, but according to his assessment, seems that more people. He said that more people might be dead by this cyclone. At the same time, he mentioned that there is 100,000 people are in risk now, and they really need support. They really need help.
Yeah, we're looking at pictures of Beira, and that city is mainly, it looks like, underwater right now. How bad is the damage there and to infrastructure nationwide?
Yes, it's almost destroyed. The information that we are getting is showing buildings destroyed, building without roof. We have information that some clinics also don't have a roof. So according to the information that we are showing, it seems that they mentioned that around 19% of the Beira city is destroyed. The roads are not accessible, so it's really a challenge to get into Beira by roads.
Okay, what about other outlying areas, it must be very difficult, not only in Beira, but in the surrounding area to get supplies to those who've been so hard hit.
Definitely, it's a very difficult to Beira, to Dondo, to almost all the Sofala provinces, because the main road that you use to enter Beira had some sections that are cut. The only way that you can get to this province is through air or via sea. So yes, to get the supplies, to get the food, to get the water is extremely difficult.
Daisy Saitoi, Emergency Response Manager for Save the Children there in Maputo. Thanks so very much for being with us.
Thank you.